I'm telling you guys, the Epstein list, it's all just blackmail from Israel. I'm surprised with the amount of people that don't even know this. Anyways, guys, we're going to see what Nick Fuentes talks about here with the Epstein files and the suppression of them from the Trump administration, and let's check it out.
So you would assume that they kind of already had control over him, already had blackmail on him, and he kind of knew that?
I don't
Because
think
I'm not sure what's in the Epstein files. I haven't looked at it too closely. My editor was telling me something about Donald Trump and Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of tell me about that, and if you think that Trump is like guilty of that kind of thing, maybe.
With Epstein, I'm skeptical that Trump actually did anything wrong. At least I was very skeptical because by they, I mean the Democrats have been showing the videos and pictures of Trump and Epstein for over a decade. And I really thought that if there was anything there, we would have seen it by now. And there's some truth to this argument that they did everything to stop him in 2016 and 2020 and 24. If there was anything really damning in the files, wouldn't we see it by now?
Yeah, it's like, well, why is this happening now? That's
Right.
my question. Yeah.
They charged him in New York, in Georgia, 2 federal indictments. If he did anything criminal, they would have brought it to light. That being said, Trump does not want the Epstein files to get out, and he's now involved in an active cover-up.
Yep.
Because he came out with his Department of Justice in July and said there are no Epstein files. They don't exist. There's no emails, no letters, no personal effects. There's nothing left, he said, other than the actual child material, which would show indecent images or photos or videos of the underage girls being abused. Well, we now know that was a lie. Because, of course, now Congress has compelled the DOJ to release the things they have. And we've seen that there's tens of thousands of emails that are already out there. There'll be tens of thousands of more documents. So now it begs the question, why did Trump lie? Why did the DOJ lie and say there were no files when they knew that the files existed? It would seem to suggest that Trump is in the files. He knows he's in the files, and he's worried about what is in them. Here's another question. If what was in the files about Trump was innocuous, why would he be fighting so hard to keep it suppressed? It might be embarrassing. It might be politically harmful to him. At this point, it's more politically harmful to cover it up. They had to shut down Congress a month early to keep that from coming out. So the question now is, if there is nothing bad in the files about you, because we know you're in them and we know you lied about that, why are you fighting so hard to prevent it from coming out? We almost have to draw a negative inference that there's something in there that he doesn't want to get out because it might be criminal or outrageous or deeply offensive to our conscience. And I would say all you have to do is look at the timeline to consider who might be holding the cards there. Elon Musk, in I think it was June or May, went to the Oval Office for the last time, and it didn't go well. He left the meeting, went on Twitter, and said Trump will not release the Epstein files because he knows he's in them. 1 week later, Israel attacked Iran.
Oh.
This is the war they've wanted for 20 years. Realistically, they've wanted it for 45 years. And every president, from Bush to Obama to Trump to Biden, didn't give it to them. Israel bombed Iran. A week later, Trump bombed Iran. The United States is effectively now in a state of war with Iran. This is what they wanted for half of a century. After the war ends, Netanyahu visits the White House to celebrate that Israel and the United States destroyed Fordo, Iran's nuclear complex. It was the day before that visit that the DOJ produced a memo saying the Epstein files would never be released because they don't exist.
Yep.
So it's bookended from when the Epstein files are brought up as a threat against Trump to when they're buried by the DOJ with the war in Iran. And given that Epstein was potentially Israeli intelligence, I think all signs point to Tel Aviv or Jerusalem controlling those files.
Guys, I don't think there's any coincidences with the whole Epstein files and all that stuff like that. I feel like it's been far too long. Like, it should have been released so long ago. And now what everybody's probably expecting is when they're actually released, like, they're going to be redacted, they're going to be edited, they're not going to be, legitimate. Because come on, guys, like, they've been playing with us for too long. So I feel like the people who want it, when they get it, they're not going to trust nothing that comes out from the administration and stuff like that. Especially Trump saying, "Oh, the files." When he was running for president, oh, we'll release them. We'll release the files. And then when he had that meeting, oh, why do you guys keep talking about the files? And then like what, a couple weeks later, it's like, oh, the files are a hoax. They're not even real. So at this point, I don't know, man. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's there's like a lot of shit in it. Like it's blackmail from Israel, and he may be implicated in there. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. I don't even think they're gonna release these files. Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's ever gonna be released. I feel like it's gonna be like the JFK files. You know what I mean? Like we're never gonna know the truth. But I mean, it's already optically bad. But anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.